One night when I was 5, I woke up to a strange scratching sound. I reached over for my glasses, but I knocked them off the table instead. Just then, I saw someone climbing in through my window. I screamed, "Shut up, Jess, it's me." Oh, thank God. It was just my sister Betty. "Why are you climbing in through my window?" "Because mine got stuck. I'd just gone out for a walk." As Betty helped me find my glasses and put them on my face, I could see she was dressed for a party. She shoved a chocolate bar in my hand. "You didn't see anything, okay?" Yeah, I know the drill. I'm blind anyway." "Good girl." "Hi, I'm Jessica. And I am kinda blind without my glasses. I have a condition called myopia. I can't see anything clearly unless it's 2 inches away from my face. But this isn't the biggest problem in my life. That's my wild older sister. Before I tell you my story, click like and subscribe. My mom was a marine biologist, and when I was 3, Betty was 13, and Sarah was 1, we found out that her research boat got lost at sea. Dad got really depressed and kept himself busy at work. This left Betty in charge, and she was the craziest substitute mom ever. Once when I was 6, Betty took me and Sarah to the mall and left us at an ice cream parlor saying she'd be back soon. But she wasn't. I took Sarah's hand and said I knew the way home. Well, I didn't, and we got really lost. When we finally managed to find our way home after hours, we walked in on Betty making out with some boy on the couch. "Where'd you guys come from? I thought you were in your room." She forgot us at the mall and even forgot she'd taken us there? I'd always been a bookworm, and by the 1st grade, I'd even taught myself Spanish. Betty came running to me one day and said, "Hey, nerd, tell me a sentence in Spanish that'll make a guy think, 'Wow, how can someone be that pretty and smart?'" I told her something, and she happily skipped off. I went after her. She walked up to a cute boy who just moved in next door and leaned in. "Tu aliento huele a caca de perro, idiota." I nearly choked trying not to laugh as he pushed her aside and stormed off. Of course, I paid for it when she left actual dog poop in my room. The smell didn't leave for days. This one time, though, her carelessness led to something really serious. In the 2nd grade, I came home one day and couldn't find Sarah anywhere. Betty just shrugged. "She was here a while ago." She said, "I am Superman." And I said, "Prove it." And then she just left. 2 things you need to know about Sarah. She only talks in 3-word sentences, and only when she's excited or upset. Just then, we heard our neighbor scream. We ran out, and to our horror, Sarah was up on the roof wearing a red t-shirt as a cape. "Sarah, no!" "OMG, don't prove it. I believe you. You're Superman." Thankfully, Sarah stepped back, but once she was down safely, Betty and I had a screaming match. Do you realize what could have happened? When will you start acting like an adult? You think I haven't been an adult taking care of you two? I never asked to be your mom, and sometimes it's really hard. What was she talking about? We were the nicest kids. Soon after, she went off to college, and I was responsible enough to take care of myself and Sarah anyway. She visited less and less frequently, but anytime she did, it was with a new guy. Life was just fine until I joined a new school in the 7th grade. On my first day in gym class, we were playing dodgeball when suddenly one of the girls ran right into me and knocked me over, and my glasses went flying somewhere. "Hey, can someone please give me my glasses?" Just then, I saw a blurry shape walk up to me. "Wait, I want to try them on." "Gosh, you're totally blind, aren't you? Let's play a game. How many fingers am I holding up?" Hello?"
"Knock it off, Annie."
Suddenly, a strong hand pulled me up, and the person gave me my glasses. As I put them on, the cutest boy's face came into focus. "Gosh, Raymond, we were just having some fun. It's good to have you here, owl face. Well, until your home planet calls you back." And with that, Annie and her friends walked off laughing. I felt pretty embarrassed, so I ran off too. A whole year went by and the jerks kept bullying me any chance they got, but I just got used to ignoring them. Mrs. Harry Potter, Four-Eyed Freak, Geek. They just kept throwing lame names at me. Also, I had a huge crush on Raymond, but I knew I didn't have a shot with him. But then, life at school went from bad to worse. When I started 8th grade and we had our first science lesson, I almost fell off my chair in shock when the teacher walked in. It was Betty. While I was sitting there with my mouth open, I realized so were the other kids, especially the boys. Even Raymond was staring at her. "Hi guys, I'm Betty, your new teacher and best friend." "Mindy, where's some blush?" Girl, you look like a vampire. And Raymond, I think Jessica has a crush on you. But of course, you're way out of her league. OMG. I wanted the ground to open up and swallow Betty whole. After class, I stayed back to talk to her. What are you doing? How did you get hired as a teacher? No hello, how you doing, sis? And for your information, my degree is in teaching. But don't worry, I'm just the substitute for 2 weeks. It'll be fun. It was not. She was so dumb and didn't know the first thing about science. She once told the whole class that the Earth has 7 moons, 1 for every continent. She also said tattoos make you smarter, and when it rained too hard, that was just God crying over ugly people. And even worse, everyone found out we were related. One day in the cafeteria, Annie walked up to my table. That dumb Betty is your sister? What a family. Looks like she got all the beauty and you got all the brains. I stood up and said quietly, "It sounds like you're a bit jealous, Annie. I mean, yeah, she is really pretty." I was about to walk away when she threw a glass of juice in my face. I ran off to the bathroom to clean my glasses and found Betty there. "Why are you covered in juice? Is that Annie bullying you? I'll deal with her." "No, you won't. You'll just make it worse. Stay out of it, Betty. You're not my mom." She turned to me with her arms crossed. "Fine, but let me tell you, the only way to deal with a bully is to fight back in a way they understand. She's only picking on you because of her own insecurities. Don't be her punching bag. It's easy for you to say. You've probably never been bullied." "Oh, yes, I have. And you think I don't know the things people still say about me? I just don't care, Jess. I like myself, just as I am." And with that, she walked out. A week later, Sarah's class was having a bake sale for charity, and I decided to go help her out during recess. But when I got there, I saw her table was already surrounded by Annie and her gang. "Why don't you talk, dummy? Is it because you sound as stupid as you look? I'm not paying for your stupid brownie till you sing a nursery rhyme for me. Come on, let's hear it." I barged right in and grabbed the brownie from Annie's hand. "Get away from my sister or else." Annie and her friends started laughing. OMG, another sister. And this one can't speak? Wow, what a trio. The mute, the dumb, and the blind. She's not mute. She just doesn't want to talk to you. And Betty is amazing and wise. And you'd have to get a ton of plastic surgery to be as pretty as her. And I freaking wish I was blind right now so I wouldn't have to see your mean, stupid face. For a second, Annie looked completely shocked. Then she stepped toward me and said, "Well, we can fix that." She snatched the glasses off my face and snapped them into 2. I lunged straight at her blurry figure. As we wrestled on the ground, we bumped into Sarah's table and it collapsed. "That's enough." As soon as we heard the principal's voice, we both pushed each other away. The principal was about to drag us both off to her office for suspension when I suddenly heard Raymond say, "Ma'am, we all witnessed what happened, and only Annie and her friends are at fault here." When everyone joined in to say the same thing, the principal let me go and drag the others away. I still couldn't see a thing, but I could just feel Annie's fury. Raymond taped up my glasses for me, and boy, my heart was just racing. As we helped Sarah set up her table again, Raymond said he had an idea and ran off. A few minutes later, we saw him come over with the whole football team, and he said, "Boys, attack." Within seconds, the jocks had finished all the brownies, and Sarah raised a good deal of money. And with a sudden boost of confidence, I just turned to Raymond and asked him out. He said yes. Later that afternoon, as Betty was leaving school, I ran after her and gave her a big bear hug. "Thank you. You were right." And I stood up to Annie, and it was awesome. She hugged me back and smiled down at me. "Whoa, let's get you some new glasses. Then we'll go home and you two can tell me all about it." You'd think we'd had enough excitement for one day, but we had a shocker waiting for us back home. When we walked into the lounge, a woman with thick glasses was sitting on the couch. I had no idea who she was, but Betty gasped and turned as white as a ghost. "Mom? Wait, what? Mom isn't dead?" The woman jumped up from the couch and started crying when she saw us. "Oh, my babies, you're so big now. And wait, your dad said I was dead? He said your boat was lost at sea and you were never found. Where were you then?" Suddenly the woman, Mom, turned red. I think you girls should sit down for this." As we all sat down in shocked silence, Mom said, "I guess your dad tried to protect you by not telling the truth. You see, I I left because I fell in love with someone else. He died last year, and But Betty jumped up from the sofa before she could finish. You what? You just abandoned us and left me to be a mom at 13? How could you be so selfish? I swear, I thought of you guys every single day, but your dad and I weren't happy. I did it for love. Look at us. As Betty angrily looked at Mom's picture with her lover, her face suddenly changed. Okay, he's much hotter than Dad, I get it. But we can't forgive you just like that. Leave, now. Mom started crying and begging for forgiveness. But Betty opened the door for her to leave, and she left. Mom then never stopped trying to contact us. I felt sorry for her, and honestly, I missed having a mom and wanted to give her a second chance. Sarah and I tried convincing Betty to forgive Mom, but she refused to listen. Until one day, Dad said, I wasn't a good husband for your mom. And when she left, I kept her away from you, by law. I made a huge mistake. I want your mom back. I want us back. Forgive me, my daughters. Now the three of us were mad at Dad, and we didn't talk to him for weeks. Until one night, Betty opened the front door with Mom behind her. I think it's time to have our mom back. We ran to Mom and hugged her. I'm so sorry I left you guys when you were so little. I put my hand through Betty's. Well, we had a pretty cool mom growing up. Long story short, our missing mom is back in our lives. We're slowly getting to know her, and she and I have myopia and a lot of other things in common.